And here we are, and it is the 11th day of Advent, and we are reading our devotional today called Edmund. For while we were still weak, at the right time Christ died for the ungodly. Indeed, rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though perhaps for a good person someone might actually dare to die. But God proves his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5, 6 through 8. Peter and Susan aren't always fair to Edmund, so he's often hurt and angry, feeling left behind and unappreciated. He's not a sympathetic character. He lies, he lashes out, and he turns against his family. When Edmund follows Lucy into the wardrobe and sees Narnia, she is delighted. But later, he betrays her, denies Narnia's existence to Peter and Susan, pretending, just for fun, of course. There's nothing there, really. When Edmund and his siblings tumble into Narnia together one afternoon, Peter calls him out on the lie. And Edmund is furious and vows revenge. So he decides to betray his brother and his sisters to the White Witch. He's a traitor. He's dishonest. He's a beast, as Peter calls him. Still, he's never lost to evil. His siblings love and worry about him. He feels a glimmer of compassion when the White Witch turns a Christmas party of small creatures to stone. He realizes that he is betraying his siblings to the witch and that it is a terrible mistake. Eventually, because of his sin and his humanity, it is for Edmund that Aslan gives his life. We may identify more with Susan, Peter, or Lucy, but we all have something in common with Edmund. We too have been guilty of dishonesty, selfishness, and betrayal. We are human. Like Edmund, regardless of what we have done, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Let us prepare our hearts to receive him and bear fruits worthy of repentance. Some questions for reflection today. What are some ways that you identify with Edmund? Do you see in yourself his desire for revenge, his unlikableness, his anger, or his loneliness? Have you ever betrayed someone you loved? What happened? Have you experienced reconciliation with either that person or with God? And finally, part of preparing our hearts for the coming of the Christ child is reflecting on our past mistakes, betrayals, and sins. Write a letter to God. Confess some of your most difficult wrongdoings. If you carry an especially difficult sin on your heart, consider asking to meet with your pastor or priest, perhaps for the rite of reconciliation if your tradition makes provision for it. And I hope you all have a great day.